If you were a kid in the late 2000s, around 2009/2010s, that was watching Cartoon Network during the time, I'm pretty sure that all 100% of you most likely have watched or heard of Beyblade Metal Fusion. If you haven't watched this anime as a kid, then I don't know what you were doing. But for people that have watched this series, I'm pretty sure that everyone always have that one favorite blader. Many people say Jinga, many people say Ryuga, many people will say Tsubasa, Kyoya, or many others. But when it comes to battles, the one thing that people will always say is Jinga and Ryuga are rivals. Now, that's one thing that I'm here to discuss, because I believe, in my opinion, that Kyoya was always Jinga's true rival. But how true of a rival was Kyoya? Well, let's find out. Hey guys, Super Saiyan 30 here, give you guys another discussion video, and this time is something a little different. In today's discussion video, I'll be talking about how, in my true belief, that Kyoya is the true rival of Jinga Hagane and Beyblade Metal Saga. So to start things off, guys, this is all my beliefs and my opinions, so you don't have to agree with anything I have to say. So please, guys, no angry comments, no pitchforks, no egg torches. Leave that shit elsewhere. You have a friendly opinion about something and then move on. Also, another warning, this is a spoiler alert. So if you have not watched Metal Sagas at all, from Fusion all the way up to Fury or Shogun Steel, I recommend you click off this video and go watch that now. The series is old, the series is on YouTube, all the episodes are free, so knock yourself out. So without further ado, let's jump on into this discussion video. To start things off, if you guys have not watched Metal or have any recollections of what that series is about, it's about a young boy named Jinga Hagane, who is a blader who goes around the world and tests his skills as a blader to sharpen them so he could be the very best of the best. He went to one small town, meets a boy named Kenta, a boy that looks up to him and sees kid Jinga as an older brother, and not only that, Jinga developed friends along the way. He touched a lot of hearts, and basically the stereotypical friendship is power, anime protagonist, blah blah blah. Yeah, I know that sounds cheesy, I know, but the thing about Jinga that makes him so rare, just like any other Beyblader in the series, such as Tyson and Voltaoi, he always has a strong sense of friendship. Even though he wants to win and become the best, but he also has a strong sense of friendship, and he cares about people around him. But ever since that he came to the town, he hasn't really gotten a good challenge. But all that happened when he ran into one faithful blader. That blader was Kyoya Tategami, leader of the Face Hunters. He's very rash, cocky, ignorant, and very arrogant, but he has a very strong pride in his skill as a blader. He believes that picking the right circumstances and strategies is the perfect way to become a blader. Skill, knowledge, and strategy. He's very cunning, and not only that, he is very smart. Not only that, he was also a slight antagonist in the first few episodes of this series. And he also believed that the main character, Jinga, is nothing to him. And basically he believed that he'll do anything in his power to prove to Jinga that he's beneath him.
Wise up, Jinga! You should know what it takes to win a battle. The blader's skills, the Bey's ability, and how well you choose a battle location to fit your purpose. Thinking of ridiculous things like helping a friend and your Bey spirit while forgetting the basics, that's your big mistake.
When Kyoya first had his first encounter with Jinga, it was basically a spicy rivalry. Despite that he still hated Jinga, he still was excited that he found an opponent that was worthy of his time and his skill. He felt actually thrilled for once, because in the town that he was in, since he was a face hunter, most of the bladers were weak, and he didn't have no time to toy with the weak. So that's why he got his face hunter friends like Benkei to do the dirty work for him. In the first ever battle that they ever had, Jinga defeated Kyoya with ease, even though he struggled, but thanks to him realizing the counteract of the Flying Gale Force Wall, he was able to counterattack with his own special move, Pegasus Star Blast attack. The second time they battled, Kyoya and the Face Hunters decided to go with Doji and train with him in the Wolf Canyon. After the training of Wolf Canyon, not only Kyoya was motivated to learn 2 new special moves, but to increase the power of his defense type Bay, Rock Leone. But something happened to Kyoya in that canyon. It felt like that Kyoya Tatagame was left in the canyon and a whole different type of beast was awakened within him. But there was something off about him. He decided to disband the Face Hunters, and not only that, betrayed his friends, such as Benkei, who worked so hard and was always there with Kyoya by his side. He decided to throw away the last bits of his friendship, just for power, and power alone, just to defeat Gingka. Not only that, there was one thing that I realized from this fight. Not only did he discover a new way to counteract Pegasus Star Blast attack, but he also realized that there was a power within him that he never knew that he had.
A night in Wolf Canyon helped me find powers I never knew I had! Witness my new special move, Lion Wildwind Fang Dance!
With 2 new special moves in his disposal, King Wildwind Fang Dance and King Lion Tearing Blast, I thought when I first saw this episode as a child, I thought that Gingka was going to lose to Kyoya and Kyoya was going to reign supreme, showing that Gingka, that his way of blading is far superior than his meaningless base spirit squabble. At first, I thought that it was going to be the end for Gingka, until the basic anime protagonist realized that he's not alone and he has his friends by his side. Not only that, Gingka was also slightly afraid because Pegasus was losing feathers. But there was one thing that I realized as a kid. I realized something was strange about Leone. It wasn't just his attacks that was different, but he was crying.
Someone's crying! What? Huh? Leon, is that you?
Kyoya's determination of beating Gingka in this battle was sky the fuck high, and not only how close it was, but the fact that he was going mentally insane being in that canyon for too long. He betrayed his friends, and all he cared about was himself. Not only that, he doesn't even know that his bae, Leone, was crying because he was frightened and terrified that Kyoya has changed, and the person that he once knew and grew up with was no more. And further he kept telling Leone to roar, the more tears he started to shed.
Special move! King Lion Tearing Blast! Alright, enough! You're wasting your time and your shouting is pointless!
No, it's not pointless!
What?
Destroying your opponent isn't a Bay battle! I know that now.
After this second battle defeat, Kyoya realized the errors of his ways, and he realized how much of a wild, unstable beast that he was. Even though that he gained all that power and all that effort, and all those special moves, it was still not enough to overtop Gingka's philosophy of blading. Then, Kyoya started to realize that the bond that he had with Leone was never non-existent. All he ever cared about was crushing his opponents throughout his entire life of Beyblading. After realizing that, he decided to motivate himself and improve himself, not only in physical strength but in character, and from there on out, Kyoya decided to blade with his own strength, but also realized and respected Gingka's way of blading, which formed not only a friendship, but a rivalry. I want to do some comparing and contrasting with one another. Yes, indeed, they both blade in Metal Fusion in the Battle of Bladers tournament, and Kyoya lost to Ryuga. True, but here's the thing that I've always said. Kyoya's determination is what brought him here. Ryuga was basically an experiment for the Dark Nebula organization. So basically, when he came out of that capsule, he was already strong, thanks to him and El Drago. No training, nothing. He just came out there strong. It's basically how Rock Lee and Sasuke first encountered each other, and Sasuke got mopped the floor with by Rock Lee. Rock Lee said there are two types of people in this world. There are people that are gifted, that are born with strength, and there's people like me who have to work every day of their lives just to achieve that strength. Kyoya is Rat Rock Lee. Meanwhile, Ryuga is Sasuke. But somehow, the tables have turned with that fortunate turn of events. True, Ryuga is stronger than Kyoya, but in season 4, well season 3, Metal Fury, if they were to battle, I'm pretty sure that Kyoya will be able to beat Ryuga. But Ryuga, I saw him as the Piccolo of the Metal Saga. He starts off evil, then he gets good from there on out, then he trains a kid, then blah blah blah, then he sacrifices himself to save his student, then the student gets a power up after seeing his master die, blah blah blah. Yeah, that's Dragon Ball Z in a nutshell, because Piccolo did it first. But as I believe, I always thought Kyoya was the true rival. People say Shu Kurenai is Boldahori's rival, and people say Kai is Tyson's rival, because Kyoya's determination was way more powerful than Ryuga. Ryuga was just basically there to make sure that Gingka doesn't slip. So, in my personal opinion, Kyoya was always the top dog. He was the rival. Every opponent that Gingka ever faced off against, he made sure to beat them. He didn't lose to them. Because in his mind, if Gingka can beat this guy, so can I. And what did Gingka did? He beat them. Yes, true, he held a few L's during his time with certain bladers, but that didn't stop Kyoya from getting stronger, because that was his goal, to become better than Gingka. That's why I believe that Kyoya is my favorite character, and one of my favorite rivals in Beyblade history. Anyways guys, thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you give it a like, comment what you think about it. Would you like to see more discussion videos like this? And tell me, who do you think is Gingka's rival? True rival? Let me know in your opinions in the comment section below. If you guys always want to stay updated with the channel, always keep blast that subscribe button and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with the same universe 24/7, 365. Until next time guys, as Super Saiyan 30 always say, I will see you guys on the battlefield. See you guys later.